You know, a lot of you guys been asking me, hey man, when you're gonna be able to do the Arrival 4K UHD Blu-ray movie review? Well, it's going to be tricky, guys. This is going to be very, very tricky. Because apparently this movie, it's nominated for a bunch of Oscars, and I don't think YouTube's gonna be happy if I'm... Look, what I'm gonna try to do, I'm gonna try to show you a few scenes here and there. I'm gonna pause the video and I'm gonna talk about, give you guys my own visual aid about the movie and how I feel about it, okay? And that's what I'm gonna try to do. So, you know, without any further ado, we're gonna go ahead and try to do this. We're gonna try to make this happen. Alright, there's the Arrival. It's leaving. It's liftoff. It's liftoff. Liftoff. Woohoo! Now, first and foremost, I'm using my... Let me wipe this freaking... Look at this. This is disaster. Tremendous disaster. I'm using my K8500 Samsung 4K Blu-ray player. I know I need to get myself a either Oppo or Panasonic. But honestly, Panasonic looks like it's the best of them all. But this is how disc looks right here. There's the disc right there. Is the Arrival. And we're going to go ahead and put this Arrival in here. It's going to arrive. We're going to place it inside. There it is. And then we're going to start the movie. Shall we? Let's do this. Let's lift this off, shall we? Bye-bye. Go. Go inside. All right. Okay, so this is the menu of the film. It's a very disappointing thing that the menu is just like this, you know? I was expecting to see like moving stuff, moving, you know, objects and whatnot. Like I was expecting to see some scenes, like trailer scenes showing up in the background. But apparently they didn't put too much emphasis into this 4K version. This also tells me that there's going to be another Ultimate Edition coming out with a bunch of goodies and whatnot. They're just waiting to see after the Oscars and see if this movie is going to win an Oscar. I'm sure it's going to win an Oscar for visual effects, and probably that director will win an Oscar. Okay, I'm the prophet. Mark my words. On the Oscar night, this director will win an Oscar, and he deserves it. He's a great director. I like his Sicario film. So yeah, Mr. 4K Upscaler already gave you the prognosis that he's going to win an Oscar. All right, so let's see what I can do if I can spend a couple of minutes or 2-3 minutes showing you a little bit of this film and just talk about how it looks. Well, the first thing I noticed when looking at this film, I noticed that it's sharp, it's vivid, and HDR definitely pops up here. Right over here on these trees, you definitely see that HDR popping out. Deep black levels right here inside, the overshadowing of the building. But the one thing that I also noticed is that this movie has a really gray, sad, depressing kind of a tone, if you will. And without spoiling anything, there's a reason why this movie has that emotional, sad, depressing tone. Again, I don't want to spoil it, but there's a reason for that. Let me show you how HDR is good in this movie. You can even see the lights inside the building. Let me show you. Let me zoom in. Now check this out. I'm going to arrive inside one of these buildings. And you can even see the light. The HDR, dude. You clearly can see that light inside. And the HDR here. There's another one. I think there's one more. There's another one over here too. And you can see that light so clearly here, man. It's like ridiculous. And there she is down there, obviously walking. So HDR is good here, but it's not the best. Even here, you get to see the lights inside. And these lights, first of all, they do pop out. You see them clearly. I saw them from 7 feet away, man. All right, really quick. These are the settings I'm using. Natural mode, expert settings, backlit and contrast, maximum brightness 45, color 66, sharpness all the way to 0. All the other filters here, they're all turned off, guys. They're all turned off. And of course, color tone is warm too. Make sure you go back to this and pause it and write it down. Now, the one, like I said, it's really sad that I understand why this director went with this kind of a lens to be gray, depressing. I understand he was going for more of a depressing mood. I understand that, but it kills the HDR. It really does kill the HDR, man. And it's kind of sad to see that he went down this route because the movie it's so dark. I mean, it's like it's dark to the point where it's like depressing, and it kills the HDR. I mean, you still see the HDR. Look, guys, you still will see the HDR. You will see those greens over here. You will see those blue light skies. You will see that. And yes, the resolution will be sharp. The resolution will be nice and vivid. But the lens that he's using in principal photography is just very depressing, you know. But I understand why he went that route. I understand that. It's kind of sad because this is coming from a director that had perfect transfer on Sicario. And Sicario wasn't a happy movie either, so I don't know. Sicario was very depressing, as a matter of fact. And like I said, don't expect anything super awesome, great from HDR here. It's just, it's not that great. Even here, spoilers warning, a little bit of aliens. Even here, the movie looks very dark. Very dark. I guess one scene, like you do notice some HDR, like you do notice HDR here on this scene with this. Look, I'm not trying. The reason I don't want to show too much because I don't want to spoil this movie. I just show you the legs of an alien. I just spoiled it. God damn it! But look, this is not a reference HDR 4K movie. I mean, you'll be okay with the Blu-ray. If you buy a Blu-ray version, you'll be fine with this movie. This is a great movie. It's not a demo showcase for 4K and HDR because of the lenses. The lenses and the principal photography that he's using just sucks, dude. It's depressing. Now here, HDR definitely pops up and you see it. It looks great. But it's just, the principal photography that he's using just kills it. So in the end, it's a great movie, but it's not a HDR reference film. There you have it.